President Donald Trump delivered an address from the White House. The president offered what was described as a compromise that could end the partial government shutdown. Tonight, 24-hour News 8's Barton Dieters is breaking down the president's proposal and, of course, the big reaction we're getting from lawmakers, including the ones who represent us here in West Michigan, Barton.
Well, that's right, Leon. The speech today offered a number of proposals, included the one part that seems to be the most polarizing aspect of the debate, the wall on the southern border. While this was offered up as a new set of compromises, it does not look like the needle has moved much in Washington.
As a candidate for president, I promised I would fix this crisis, and I intend to keep that promise one way or the other.
The line in the sand was drawn, and he continued to make statements that are still hotly disputed.
The radical left can never control our borders. I will never let it happen. Walls are not immoral. In fact, they are the opposite of immoral because they will save many lives and stop drugs from pouring into our country.
In the address, Trump called for more money for traditional immigration controls and an increase in immigration court personnel to help with the backlog of applications.
The plan includes $5.7 billion for a strategic deployment of physical barriers or a wall. This is not a 2,000-mile concrete structure from sea to sea. These are steel barriers in high-priority locations.
His version of what constitutes a wall continues to change, but one constant remains.
It will have an unbelievable impact.
Protection for the so-called dreamers, immigrants who are gainfully employed and breaking no laws other than immigration laws, was addressed with the president offering
3 years of legislative relief for 700,000 DACA recipients brought here unlawfully by their parents at a young age many years ago. This extension will give them access to work permits, Social Security numbers, and protection from deportation, most importantly.
In November, the U.S. Court of Appeals in California barred the administration from dismantling DACA. So this part of the proposal actually changes nothing. The response from legislators representing West Michigan has not been surprising. In an email to 24-hour News 8, Democratic Senator Gary Peters said, quote, "Fixing our long broken immigration system and securing our borders are issues that deserve serious solutions. They should not be conditions of keeping the federal government's lights on. The president must reopen the government immediately and work with Congress." Republican Congressman Bill Huizenga was on a conference call with the White House after the speech and offered this statement. Quote, "While I'm still reviewing the proposal, it clearly addresses important elements of border security. It is imperative Speaker Pelosi and the House Democratic majority come to the negotiating table, consider the president's proposal, and actually have a conversation." Justin Amash's response was no surprise as well. He tweeted, quote, "I don't support this giant spending bill, with or without the wall and with or without the immigration provisions."
Back to the studio.
Barring a legislative miracle, it appears the shutdown will enter its second month early next week. In studio, Barton Dieters, 24-hour News 8.